Hello people, welcome to biology class. In last lecture we discussed about three features of cell, that is cell membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. In the same lecture we discussed about cell membrane and its function. Now let's see the nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay. So what is nucleus? It is the largest and most prominent structure present in the cell. Generally each cell is having only one nucleus and that nucleus is available in the center of a younger cell, but when cell get matured this nucleus is pushed toward periphery. Okay, nucleus is also called as controlling unit of a cell or governor of a cell because it governs the all activity happens in a cell. Okay, nucleus is surrounded by double membranous layer and that double membranous layer is called nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane. Okay, that membrane is having small pore that is called nuclear pore. Broadly we can divide nucleus into four parts: nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, chromatin network and nucleolus. Okay, let's see one by one. Nuclear membrane, so it is a double membranous layer that separates the nucleoplasm from cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is a fluid content of a cell, but nucleoplasm is a fluid content of a nucleus. So both combinedly, nucleoplasm and cytoplasm combinedly considered as a protoplasm. Okay, again I am saying nucleoplasm plus cytoplasm is considered as protoplasm. Okay, let's carry forward this. Then it has a number of pores which helps in the exchange of material between nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay, so there are many exchange happens between the nucleus and cytoplasm, so this occurs via nuclear pore. Okay, then nuclear membrane disappear during the cell division. In class 8 I think you have studied about the cell division, maybe binary fission or and many others. So during that nuclear membrane disappears. Okay, then let's see the nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm is the fluid present inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm, or sometimes it is also considered as karyolymph. Okay, it is a gel like dense substance present within the nucleus. Nucleoplasm contain chromatin material and nucleolus. Okay, then chromatin network or chromatin material, it is an entangled mass of thread like structure. During cell division, this thread-like structure is organized into a one unit or rod-like structure. That rod-like structure is called chromosome. Okay, and this chromosome is having many DNA. DNA is expanded in the form of deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, so chromosome is basically made up of two things. One is DNA and second is proteins. Okay, specifically that protein is histone protein. Okay, now let's see. DNA is the master molecule and it controls all the activity of a cell. Okay, and the functional unit of DNA is called gene, and gene controls the character. Okay, so let's say a person is having blue eye, a person is having curly hair, a person is having fair skin. That is all controlled by the gene only. Okay, and it is available where? It is available in the nucleus or in the chromosome. Okay, then on one chromosome many genes are present, so we are having different characters. Okay, our whole body is having different characters, so that different characters is governed by only these genes which is available in the chromosome. Okay, then chromosome are considered as hereditary vehicle. So it is hereditary vehicle as it transfers the character from parents to offspring. Okay, now let's see the nucleolus. Nucleolus is the spherical or oval body present within the nucleus. It is generally bigger in size in those cells which is actively concerned with protein synthesis. That means the cell which is performing the active protein synthesis process, in that cell nucleolus are bigger. Okay, it is prominent in non-dividing cell. That means a cell is not undergoing a cell division, they are having prominent nucleus. It contains large amount of RNA, protein and smaller amount of DNA. Let's see the function of nucleus. It helps in the maintenance of cell. It also helps in the cell division. It is needed for inheritance of character from the parents to offspring. It also controls the various cytoplasmic activity. Okay, now let's see the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the fluid material present inside the cell and outside the nucleus. Okay, it is the larger region of cell enclosed by a cell membrane. It is transparent semi-solid substance in a various cell organelle are present. Okay, Water is the main component of cytoplasm, but beside water it is also having small amount of fat, proteins, carbohydrate and various organic substance as well as salt. Okay, it helps in the exchange of material between cell organelles. Okay, so there are various cell organelles, we will discuss it later. So there are made material exchange between these cell organelles, so that is happens just because of cytoplasm. Okay, it also acts as a site for chemical reaction. So various chemical reaction happens only in the cytoplasm, so it acts as a platform for that chemical reaction. Cytoplasm takes very little stain. If we stain a cell, let's say with iodine solution or maybe safranin, so it will take a very little stain. Okay, so this is the normal diagram of a cell and its three feature. Okay, now let's see the difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So we have discussed that cell, basically if we broadly divide the cell into two categories. Okay, so one is prokaryotic cell and second is eukaryotic cell. So basic difference between these two cells is it is given here. So before going to that, we know that nucleus is available in each cell. So that nucleus can be a true nucleus or that can be a non-true nucleus. Okay, so prokaryotic here one word is coming, that is called carrion. Okay, so carrion basically means what? Carrion means carrion means nucleus. Okay, so those cells which is having primitive type of nucleus, that is called prokaryotic cell, and those cells which is having the true nucleus, that is called eukaryotic cell. So what is that what is that true nucleus? True nucleus means that is containing a nuclear membrane, and that is not having nuclear membrane, they are primitive nucleus. Okay, so if we divide that, if we differentiate, let's see the character. First, size. Prokaryotic cell generally it is small in size, that is 1 to 10 micrometer, and eukaryotic cell is large, that is 5 to 100 micrometer. And about nuclear region, second character. So nuclear region is not well defined and not surrounded by the nuclear membrane, that is in prokaryotic cell. So nuclear region of prokaryotic cell is called nucleoid. Okay, in eukaryotic cell it is well defined and surrounded by the nuclear membrane, so we call that is a nucleus. Okay, now let's see the chromosome. Chromosome is single and circular in prokaryotic cell and more than one and linear in eukaryotic cell. Membrane bound cell organelles. So there are many cell organelles are available. Let's say Golgi apparatus. Okay, endoplasmic reticulum. So these are mitochondria, chloroplast. These are membrane bound cell organelles. So it is absent in prokaryotic cell but present in eukaryotic cell. Okay. About cell division, prokaryotics undergo the simple cell division. You have studied this in class 8th, I think. Okay, and eukaryotics undergo by mitosis and meiosis. Okay, then about nucleus, prokaryotic cell lack the true nucleus. As I earlier said that true nucleus means what? The nucleus which is having nuclear membrane, that is considered as true nucleus. So that true nucleus is present in eukaryotic but absent in prokaryotic cell. Okay, ribosomes are smaller in size and randomly scattered in the cytoplasm in prokaryotic cell, but in case of eukaryotic it is bigger in size and attached with a endoplasmic reticulum, or maybe freely scattered in a cytoplasm, or sometimes it is also attached with a nucleus. Okay, example we can see prokaryotic cell, most common example is bacteria or blue-green algae, or sometimes we also called as cyanobacteria. Eukaryotic cell, common example plant, animal cell, fungi. These are the common example. Let's see the diagram. Okay, so this is the diagram of differentiation. Okay, you can see the differences or similarity as well. Then this diagram is showing the completely differences. Okay, thank you for watching.